on, you guys? It's the boy Jeameave back in with another video of Views from the Heart. And today I have a 2019 Kona all-electric EV, courtesy of South Bay Hyundai in here in Torrance, California. Once again, thank you so much to my guy Jermaine and my guy JC, who you bought a Tsunami shotgun for this wonderful opportunity. I appreciate you guys so much. And again, as I mentioned, I have a 2019 Kona EV. It has a claimed range of 258 mpg, which is powered by a 64 kilowatt hour all-electric motor, which is pushing out 201 horsepower and 290 foot-pound of instant torque. So I'm very eager and interested to get this bad boy on the road. This is my second EV vehicle I've ever driven. So without further ado, let's jump in this bad boy and see how it drives. Let's go. So what's going on, you guys? What's it like driving a 2019 Kona fully electric EV? This vehicle is courtesy of South Bay Hyundai. Once again, thank you so much to my guy Jermaine and my guy JC sitting with me shotgun. JC, please introduce yourself to the audience. Provide your phone number, anything you'd like to provide to let people know that's watching to come to you if they're interested in this vehicle or any other Hyundai or Genesis too.
Hey, I'm JC Chapman. You can contact me at 310-908-5593, or you can just contact the store, just ask for JC. I'll be happy to help you guys out.
Remember, this is South Bay Hyundai in Torrance, California. So once again, this is the 2019 all-electric Kona, and this is powered by a 64 kilowatt hour battery, which provides 201 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of instant torque. JC and I experienced just a little touch of it just not too long ago, and it's pretty interesting, especially as a front wheel drive vehicle. You can definitely feel the torque steer quite immediately. As of the time of recording this there is no all-wheel drive option. It is only front wheel drive, and this is the ultimate trim. So this is the highest level trim provided through by Hyundai as of this moment, and the interior is actually quite lovely. You know, I love the overall aesthetics of it. If I recall correctly, a lot of the materials used in here, while pleasing to the touch, they're both aesthetically and visibly pleasing. They are also made out of fully recyclable materials, if I recall correctly, which is very cool. That also goes through with the Ioniq EV and most interiors provided through the Hyundai lineup. And what I really like too is if you look on the dash right here, it has this perforated sort of like texture in a sense that I really like, because it adds nice contrast to it. It's something that is really present in a lot of the Hyundais that I've driven in. Instead of just putting on some beer looking plastic, it's very pleasing to the eye and just adds a little bit more oomph without it being overly expensive or even, you know, exquisite in that sense. The infotainment system is is ubiquitous as well throughout the lineup. This is one of the larger screens. This is probably the largest screen that I've seen provided by Hyundai. JC, would you correlate with that? What do you think? Yes,
it is one of the bigger screens. Like they said, this is the ultimate, so this is the top of the line EV. It's doing very well. North American CUV of the year.
All right, exactly, and it has a claimed range of 258 mpge, which is, you know, obviously the equivalent of miles per gallon, but in electric form. And right now we are in level 1 regenerative, as well as obviously, you know, of course, within traffic. But so far it is very comfortable. I'm very surprised at how well the sound deadening is in here, and as you guys can tell, you know, besides from the music playing in the background, it's very silent. The only noise you can really hear is when you're coming down to a stop. It has a slight whine. I guess you could attribute that to obviously the regenerative braking system that is within here, because the vehicle does try its best to recoup a lot of the energy spent. So I'm gonna put it into level 2 by clicking on the right paddle. We are in level 2 regenerative braking, and I am not pressing the brake at all right now. This vehicle is coming to a stop on its own. Now I'm pressing the brake. Very cool. It's obviously that was level 2. If level 3, you can really experience basically one pedal driving. Right now I have 83 miles, and if I hit the home button here, or just press the EV button, we have 33% range. So according to the electronics, with 33% range, I have 83 miles until basically 0. And this is with the AC going on right now as well. So that's very cool. And also the infotainment system, like I said, displays all of this information to you readily available by just clicking on the EV menu right here. This is both touchscreen and has side screen buttons, you know, for both a tactile feedback. So far though, this vehicle does also have a curb weight of 3,863 pounds, and that would be attributed to the fact that the 64 kilowatt hour battery is located on the floor of this vehicle, and you can definitely feel the lower center of gravity, attributing it to more of a sporty experience. And in terms of drive modes, this vehicle does have drive modes. If you look down here, I was currently in, okay, I am in sport mode right now. I was in normal mode. So I'm really eager to see how much of a difference this will change. Okay, I felt the steering wheel get significantly stiffer. It's actually really cool. So I'm gonna do a slight overtake over here. As soon as this light turns red, feels of 290 foot-pound of torque instantly. Remember, this is a fully electric vehicle. This is not a hybrid. And I think this will catch people a little bit off guard. It's about to turn green right now. Oh, we hear that. Oh, it actually overpowers a little bit. That's real cool. You try to skirt off in a little EV vehicle, you know? Now it's foot to the pedal to the floor. So that's real cool. The steering as well is really stiff, but also communicative at the same time. I actually really enjoy that. So one thing is for sure, the stock wheels and tires is not adequate enough to control all of the torque instantly. It is something that is really cool. I'm gonna give a little bit more of a gas pull right here. Let me see. That's actually really cool. That's I mess with that. You can move, you can do a little zooming in here. You know, how you feel about, what do you think about that, Jay-Z?
I love it, man. It's one of the quicker vehicles, definitely off the line. I really appreciate this one.
No, yeah, it's something that is really hard to convey for people that are used and have never driven an all-electric vehicle and are only used to internal combustion engines. This is only the second electric vehicle that I've driven. The first one was the Hyundai Ioniq, and I can tell you right now, immediately, this is significantly faster than that. If I remember correctly, the all-electric Hyundai Ioniq had 118 horsepower. Well, this has, you know, 207. As well as 290 foot-pound of torque. So it offers a much more spirited driving experience that I think anyone will and would appreciate, regardless of whether you are an enthusiast or you're just looking for something that is a nice city-slicking EV. So far, like I said, I am in sport mode right now, and I really do appreciate how well this vehicle communicated, especially around that corner. It felt very planted. There was no body roll of significant note, in my personal opinion, but this does also obviously have a single speed transmission, and it's like I said, conveying how different it is to drive an all-electric vehicle to an internal combustion is something that honestly I can only really say that you have to drive it to really experience it.
I agree.
But at the same time, I'm very appreciative of how well this vehicle is communicating, you know, the road characteristics to me. Putting it in the sport mode made a very significant difference in terms of how the feedback and how it's being translated to me. JC, have you driven this vehicle in sport mode before, compared to and drove through its you know, different EV modes?
I actually have. Like I told you before, I took it on a drive all the way to Tustin to do a dealer trade, and I was very impressed with it all the way there.
So would you personally consider yourself a car guy? Like, would you say like you're a car enthusiast, or just appreciate cars in general?
I just appreciate cars in general.
I just appreciate cars in general.
Consider myself a car guy, but I'm learning to appreciate, especially the EV part of it.
Okay, so from your perspective, as someone that is, you know, just appreciates cars in general and not necessarily an enthusiast like myself, how would you, you know, convey what it's like to drive something, this specific EV, compared to, you know, just like a regular everyday car, or just, you know, even, you know, like how, for instance, there is a Challenger in front of us which looks to be like a Scat Pack.
Yeah, well, I would say just the responsiveness overall compared to a regular vehicle is a lot
it's just
more
so
quick.
instant. You know, it's literally instant.
Quick on the draw for sure, I would say.
That's really cool. You know, you would never expect it from something that's making zero noise whatsoever, at least comparable to an all-electric vehicle. That's something that is really really tough to convey, because it's fun. Like, it's so instant. You put your foot to the pedal, put it to the floor, and you just go. There's no buildup of revs, there's no changing gears. It just goes, and that's something that is really cool. And for me as a car enthusiast, I say that because I feel like EVs do have a place in society. Of course, obviously, you know, with greenhouse emissions and climate change and things of that nature, there is a place. And unfortunately, I wish it would be possible to keep both an EV and an internal combustion engine, because I love raw feedback from a vehicle. I love engine sound noise. I love hearing an engine wind out. Obviously in here, the only thing you really hear winding is, well, electricity and an electric motor.
Yeah.
But it's literally two different worlds, and driving this, you learn to appreciate it in a different way, in that it's something that you would be very comfortable and would want to drive in the city, because it offers instant torque. You feel comfortable doing any sort of lane change. It's something that you're not scared to drive. It's not underwhelming, and it's not overbearing either. It's just like we're cruising right now, and you know, like I said, we have the AC on. We're not sweating or anything like that. And on top of that, I feel very comfortable in it. How are you feeling right now in terms of your body posture and everything like that?
I'm loving it, man. These leather seats are really nice. Got the sunroof going.
And the only thing too is I wish it was a panoramic roof.
Yeah.
That would have been, you know, having a panoramic roof is one of those things where you love it when you experience it, and you wish you could have it in every vehicle.
Yeah.
You gotta experience a panoramic roof to really enjoy it.
I agree.
But overall, like I said, I'm definitely impressed. I love the road handling characteristics in here. Putting it in the sport mode definitely livened it up in a way that you would never expect from a vehicle like this. Usually when you would hear an electric vehicle, you think of something mundane and boring and just overall devoid of any sort of fun. But in here, I can pleasantly say that even as a car enthusiast, this is really fun. Especially, like I said, within context. Now, I'm not saying this is like some sort of M3 or anything like that, but it's surprisingly fun especially for what it is, and I appreciate it in that manner, because it's something that, this is what electric vehicles should be, in my opinion. It shouldn't be something that is just ostentatious in your face and just overall butt ugly like how, you know, Priuses are. I don't understand the concept of why manufacturers love to make electric vehicles or hybrids butt ugly. Like, I don't understand. Like, okay, cool, you drive an electric vehicle, but that doesn't mean you need to make it so much different than a normal looking car. It doesn't need to be hideous. And obviously this is based off the Kona, and the Kona to me is, you know, a relatively cute, quaint looking little vehicle. You know, and it's literally looks the exact same as an internal combustion engine equipped Kona, just except with the fact that the front grille is obviously completely covered due to in the name of efficiency. But other than that, it literally carries just about everything over from, you know, gas powered Kona. And that is something that I appreciate, because the only other manufacturer that I'm aware of as of this moment, off the top of my head, that is providing something that is at least attractive is Tesla. And as everyone knows, Tesla is, well, you know, ubiquitous in spearheading the EV market, and now a lot of manufacturers are playing catch up in providing, hey, you know, we don't need to make something that is hideous to sell. Why? Like I said, you sell and implement so much money and devote so much money into a certain project, right? Well, why would you want to make it something that is a pain for someone to want to buy? I don't know, that's just me. But like I said, I don't have the power or the money to make those decisions, but yeah, I'm just a consumer. But again, so brand new as of right now, this vehicle with the ultimate trim, mind you, this is about $44,000 MSRP. So depending on what dealership you're going to, you could find a great deal. You could find something that is overly marked up or what have you. But JC, can you please tell the audience basically what they would be able to get this out the door, more or less, right here at South Bay Hyundai?
So this one here, we have listed the ultimate package. We have listed the MSRP at 46. So I'm not sure, they're playing with the markups right now. I'm not sure if they're keeping it on or taking it off. We're coming up on Memorial Day weekend, so feel free to come down and check it out.
So right now,
we'll be able to get you a great deal.
Yeah, like I said, right now, this is still pretty much brand new. You know, you guys were just the first day of May. Come on, let's go, buddy. You see a green light, hurry up. Sorry, this person just really took me off my jam. But it really depends on what kind of incentives you're looking for, because like I said, this vehicle has just really been coming here just by Hyundai within the past month or so. Just fresh off the port too. All the dealerships within SoCal just finally getting this. Yes, there were reviews out, you know, months ago on this vehicle, but as in terms of within consumer hands for the masses, it has just recently been becoming something that is now tangibly in hand within the last month. So I feel like I said, there are still market adjustments as of this moment, but like I said, if you come on a day like Memorial Day, or you know, whatever other holidays or you know, packages or incentives you could get, it can really, the price can really fluctuate. So giving a base price right now would be kind of underserved, because it can vary a lot between dealerships and obviously what time you decide to go and look at a vehicle like this, because it's very high in demand. There are only so much to go around for the demand that it currently has. So obviously, you know, generally if there is more demand than what is currently available, it will come at more premium, so to speak. But with that being said, I do feel like I covered everything I would love to about this vehicle. Unfortunately, a user on YouTube had watched my Ioniq EV video, and had mentioned the ability to hold down the right paddle and essentially turn off all regenerative braking, and you can basically coast at whatever speed you're in. And I did that just now, and it's something that is interesting to say the least. It's obviously, I did it at a you know, only 30 miles per hour, so we weren't able to really keep up what the speed that we were at. They kept it up a good amount, but like I said, we are in traffic, so I can't really experience it in a manner that I would otherwise would like to have. But let me see if I go out on this street right here and see if I can hit a little bit over speed and do the same thing by turning off all regeneration. Like I said, this would be more come in handy by trying to go by efficiency, by utilizing the slipperiness of the EV vehicle to maintain a specific speed by taking my foot off the acceleration pedal, and depending upon, well, the physics of just slipping through the air. So I'll try and get up to a little bit of speed right now and see what that sensation is like. So I'm gonna get up to here, take my foot off the pedal right now, hold the right paddle down, turn off all regeneration. I am not accelerating right now. Unfortunately, this is sort of like an incline as well. But it's very, very interesting. It's something that is really weird. How did I feel to you, JC? Like, that was with no regeneration, down up to a certain amount of speed, took my foot off the acceleration, and just let the car go with physics. Going against wind reduction and all that.
That was pretty cool.
Like I said, it's something that is unique to EV vehicles. I don't know, like I said, it's an option available there. Obviously, this is more for if you're going to like highway speeds, but obviously we're not on a highway, so you know, we'll just leave it at that. But again, I think I covered everything I need to about this vehicle. Once again, thank you so much to Jermaine and my guy JC sitting me shotgun. JC, can you please provide your number one more time for the people watching to reach out to you?
Like I said, JC Chapman. You can contact me at 310-908-5593. Once again, that's 310-908-5593. Be happy to help you.
And like I said, you heard it here first. Once again, it's your boy Jeameave, and overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this vehicle, especially putting in a sport mode. It became a lot more fun, and it's a lot of fun, especially compared to what your first impressions would be prior to actually jumping in and driving it. It's something that I could personally see myself owning. Again, it does have a range of 258 mpge. You can charge this vehicle from dead to fully charge with the stage 2 220 volt charger at home in about 9 hours, and from 0 to full with a 440 volt equipped charger in 1.25 hours. So take that for how you will. It is something that is can be quite handy, save you a lot of money on gas, and at the same time is a fun city commuter in my personal opinion. So that being said, it's your boy Jeameave. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Have a blessed day, and I'm out.